Yo, 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 what's going on, everyone? What's going on? This your boy, Coach Ricks. And this is Coach's Talk, man, where we discuss all things OU related, college football related, all things in between. Before we get started, guys, please hit the like button, push that red subscribe button, man. Ring the bell, man, so you won't miss any content that we got going forward. I apologize for being late, man. You know me, very busy, very busy. Had to move it from Thursday till today. Just got back, had some clinics and things out of state. So that took priority. But let's go ahead, man, and bring in the man, Mr. Mike the Legend. What's going on, big dog?
What's going on, Coach?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good, man. Just got a little food in my system, so I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Well,
Uh,
judging by your title, it seems like we're going to be talking about John Mateer. So now listen to me, Coach. What
what's up?
was it?
What's
He had like 4,500 yards last year or something in
up?
at Wazoo.
3,926 yards.
Okay, okay. And I heard on that show that me and T that I had to vent to TP about that. Can John Mateer do that coming from Wazoo? Well, let me ask you this, Coach. Was they saying the same thing about Diego Pavia coming from New Mexico State when he skull drug Auburn 31-10 at Jordan Hare?
Uh, no, they wasn't thinking about that because the main reason they wasn't talking about that is because it wasn't Oklahoma. It wasn't
That's right.
Oklahoma. Everything, man. We're gonna get to some emails as well tonight, man. And a lot of the emails tonight, man, are what this podcast was built on. It
Okay.
built for answering questions about football. And I love it, man, because a lot of people are sending in emails, man, that are making sense. They're listening to TP, they're listening to you, they're listening to me, they're listening to Bishop, to Jason. Everybody, man, out there that has a voice, that has a pulse, that's talking about Oklahoma. And before I get started, welcome to the show, TP. How's everything going, big dog?
Greetings, Coach. Greetings, Legend. Thanks for having me. I
Greetings,
appreciate you.
TP.
Greetings to everyone in the chat. Also,
Always, always.
I hit I
But
hit the like button
there you
twice.
go. There you go. There you go. Hey, man, look, today's gonna be a good show, man. It's because what you said, Mike, is what the show is about. And there's so much negativity when it comes to Mateer, and I look at it like this. I had someone text me, and we're gonna get to that email. They was like, "Coach, how can they not give Oklahoma the nod when they've added two of the top offensive players out of the Pac-12? They've added the best running back out of the Pac-12 and the best quarterback out of the Pac-12, and they still are picking them to go 6 and 7. So uh, I I I humbly say it's all negativity. Um,
Yeah.
that's all it is. I mean, they're looking for clickbait. They know that we are very passionate fans and that we're not going to tolerate it. Uh, Well, Cal is ACC. Yes, they are ACC. Look, I went back and watched that Miami game, and man, they was beating the crap out of Miami, but Miami fought back because when you got a team in that doesn't know how to put a team away and you let them sneak back in, that's when you get bit in the butt. So TP, I'm gonna ask you the question, man. Do you think that does it matter that he was in the ACC, or does it matter that he was in the Pac-12, or or do you need to see some consistent football playing from a quarterback?
Well, uh, it it matters in the sense of competition he played against. Sure, that kind of matters. But what matters more than anything is where he is now and how is he preparing? How is he prepared nutrition wise, working out, workouts wise,
Yep.
gelling with his teammates. All of that really matters the most,
Yeah.
in my judgment, because I think he's put that in the past. He's going to take what happened in the past, as far as with those other teams, and just take that as experience and it prepared him for this moment now.
Yeah.
And he is talented. Nobody can take that from him. He is talented, and he's going to perform well because he's good, and two, he's going to have really good talent around him. So, you know, that's my view on it.
Let me ask both of you guys a question. Mike, I'm gonna unmute you right quick. I'm gonna ask both of you guys a question. And this is a question that everybody should have been asking. Besides the quote unquote savior above all, Arch Manning, what other quarterback in the SEC have the stats that John Mateer has? And you can include Arch Manning in that. Who has the stats last year that John Mateer has this year
Mm,
in the SEC?
in the SEC, and we're talking about this. We're not going off of last year, right? We're going off of this year.
This year.
I think the only one close would be Arch.
No, 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 no. One. LSU quarterback.
What? Do what?
Nussmeier.
Maybe I
From LSU.
misunderstood. Huh?
Who what other quarterback in the SEC has the stats or can come close to the stats that John Mateer had? There's
Oh,
only one. There's only one.
the
That's
LSU
Nussmeier.
quarterback.
Nussmeier. That's it.
Yeah, Nessmeyer. Yeah, Arch don't.
There's n-
Arch don't even have them numbers.
he don't even have 1,000.
Mm-mm.
And he got scrub time. So but I'm saying this is what bothers me about this, man, is that they always say it depends on who you play. Well, when New Mexico State came to Auburn and put that grade A USDA beat down on their ass, no one said anything about, well, oh, what they say, Auburn just so sorry. No, don't
Yep.
take away what New Mexico came in here and just did. You can't do that. If somebody comes in there and beat Oklahoma, no one said anything about, oh, TCU was terrible when they came into Norman and beat Oklahoma back in was it '05
Yep.
when they came and beat Oklahoma. So just give them their credit. I get tired of hearing it's who they play. 7-on-7 is playing against the air. And we
Mm-hmm.
give all this praise about, oh, he did this and did that. They ain't tackling nobody. He ain't getting hit. If I got
Right.
all the time in the world to sit back there and throw a pretty pass, yeah, I'm gonna look good. But put some pressure up under my ass and see how I'll respond and or see how I react when I'm having a 295-pound guy chase me and that pressure gets to me. I just don't get that, man. How people just overlook this guy's stats. You're talking about
And coach
3,100 yards of passing and 800 yards of rushing.
and coach, I'm going to piggyback off of something you have said religiously. John Mateer can do no matter if he did that at Wazoo, Sister Mary of the Blind Catholic School, blah blah blah. Yards are yards, and he's going to do it in the SEC. I look for him to have a better year at OU because what does he have that he didn't have at Wazoo? He's got thoroughbred and quarter horse, highly trained horses now. He don't have no junk. So did I make any sense of that, Coach and TP?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the stats. I'm gonna get the stats from last year for all the quarterbacks that's in the SEC, and we're going to compare the stats. All right, we're just gonna do it just like that. All right, let me bring this up for you guys so everybody can see, and then we won't make it seem like I'm showing a favoritism. I'm just gonna show you what is up. Hold on, where is it at? Where is it at?
There you go, Coach. Pull up the stats. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna try to sit here and horse feed you anything. I'm just gonna tell you this is what it is. Where is it at? Right here.
And Coach, I'm
All right.
going to mute myself. You don't have to mute me, sir. I'll mute myself while you
Okay.
do this.
All right, big dog. All right. Here it is right here. We're gonna look at it right here. This is all the quarterbacks from the SEC last year. All right. Now, Mateer had 3,900 total yards. All right. 3,900 total yards. Now, this right here is passing only. So 3,100 yards, he would be fifth in the SEC last year. If he would have done what he done last year, he would have been fifth. Now, Jackson Dart, he's gone. Carson Beck, he's gone. Quinn Ewers, he's gone. Now, Taylor Green, he's back for Arkansas. He had 31.54. That's going to be a good. He's going to be a good quarterback for them. Peyton Thorne, he's gone from Auburn. Nico, he's gone from Tennessee. Jalen Melrose, he's gone. So you got two quarterbacks, Garrett Nussmeyer and Taylor Green from Arkansas, that has thrown for over 3,000 yards. That's back in the SEC right now. Now, yes, they played against better competition. Don't get me wrong. But look at the weapons that they had around them. Jackson Dart had a lot of weapons around him. Yes, he did 4,200 yards. So 3,900 yards pass, 3,100 yards passing. So he would have been fourth. He'd have been right behind Ewers. So he'd have been fifth. All I'm saying, guys, is look at the stats, man. We can sit here and compare this to whatever. All I'm saying, man, is that don't discount this guy just because he played in a league that was dying. Nobody told USC, UCLA, Washington, and all them guys to leave. They left because they needed to up their money. They needed to go to where they wouldn't get forgotten. Wasn't nobody going to the Pac-12. You hardly see those games anyway. Those games are, if at midnight you sleep, you don't be watching on damn ball games. So you don't know anything about the Pac-12. So here's my question to you guys. If Mateer would have been in the SEC last year with Oklahoma, it would have been, I probably say 2 games better. Three games we would have won. We would have won the Tennessee game because
Mm-hmm.
Jackson Arnold gave them points. We definitely would have won the Missouri game, and we
We
would have won the
definitely
Ole
would have
Miss
won.
the Ole
We
Miss
would have
game.
won we would have won the South Carolina game because we wouldn't have given them 3 gimme turnovers. Turnovers.
Yeah, man, but the scheme that they had blocking the damn defensive ends with
Yeah,
with our tight end, that was crazy, man.
yeah. No,
So
no, no. I'm just saying. I'm looking at this with a Mateer, Arbuckle, Bill Beadenbow combination and Kolosky combination. They
yeah.
we would have won that game. But going back to your, I look, if Mateer would have been the SEC, especially with that junk we had up in the press box, he'd have probably had 3,800, 3,900 yards last year.
Well, he probably would have had that, but his running would have been up.
Yeah, his run. Yeah, he'd have probably had close to 1,500, maybe 1,700 yards rushing last year.
You don't want your quarterback running that much. I would probably say a
Well,
thousand,
a
a thousand
thousand?
probably.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
did.
mean,
I did highball that, didn't I?
when you say Kyler Murray numbers, even Kyler didn't run for
Yeah,
that much.
coach. I highballed that. Sorry.
Yeah. No, no, no. But I think Lenoris is probably the best returning SEC quarterback, but I think he don't have that many weapons at South
No, because
Carolina.
I was on Jason's show last night, and Jason brought this up with me. He the receivers that Lenore Seller has last year gone. The
They
defense,
gone.
the the stud defense that they had last year gone. So how can this jackwagon that wants to compare BV to Will Muschamp say that South Carolina's going to beat us? I don't see it, Coach.
Guys, they need to
Anyway,
believe that.
back on topic.
Well, no, they need to believe that. They need to believe in order for Beamer to get recruits to come there. Clemson took a lot of their players. So he has to advocate that South Carolina is still relevant. But you heard during the SEC media that they're picking them to finish 10th. So I just don't understand, and I just don't know, guys. I'm gonna be honest. We can sit here and compare stats and what we feel and what we think. We don't know until they get on the field. But I do know that Oklahoma has. Well, hold on. Let's just get to it. I've been avoiding it. TP and Bishop. I mean, the Bishop gonna be here in a few minutes. But TP and Mike, I'm gonna read these emails, man, and I want y'all's honest opinion. Uh, these are the best emails I've received, man, in a long time. But these are football questions. And I love it because we've gotten a little bit off track with everybody wants to just email things now, but I love the football questions when it comes to this show. So here are the first email that I received today. All right. What's going on, Coach and Bishop? This is Joe Colton, but my friends call me Joey. I have a question for the panel and some of these wayward OU fans that we love. What can't you guys see that this program okay, why can't you guys see that this program is a hell of a lot better than what it was when Lincoln Riley was here? Yes, we were winning the Big 12 championships against lackluster teams, but every time we played a team in the SEC, we would get embarrassed. He's building a roster that can compete with these teams on a weekly basis. I think we got a damn good coach, and I think a lot of these fans need to stop with this fire BV and bring in Nick Saban crap. I believe when hold on, I believe when cures a lot of I believe that wins cure a lot of problems. And once Oklahoma goes 9-3 or 10-2, it will solve a lot of these problems. But it will only put us on a trajectory to be dominant in years to come. I don't want I don't want just one good year. I want multiple years of competing in the SEC to mean something. Thank you for your time, coach. Sorry I went on a little rant, but I am tired of this shit because I love this team so much. I love that email right there, man. That's the one. That's the one. All right. TP, what is your response to that?
I agree with him. I mean, truthfully, I think we're all just ready for the season to start. And I think we're all very excited about our new quarterback, our new offensive coordinator, our new quarterbacks coach. I think we've been excited about the defense since we heard Brent Venables was coming because we know what he brings to the table. So
Yes.
we've been excited about that, and he's defensive wise, he's been stocking the shelves over there on that defensive side.
Hmm.
So so the defense looks really good. The offense struggled, but it looks like we got that corrected. So since all of that is in place, let's play ball and go at least 11-1. It's my opinion. That's my
Okay.
opinion to his email.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to say to said email. We got we got a high powered defense this year. We got our freshman All American coming back, Jaden Jackson. We got G baby. We got R Mason Thomas. We got uh oh good lord, I could sit here and name them all day, but we got the defense in place. Now that the I'm not going to say X factor, but now you got the four horsemen, BV, Wes Goodwin, Chavez, and Bates at the same side of the ball. And like you said, TP, BV is stockpiling the big boys now on defense. Gone are the days of Speed D. Them days are through. We will never see that again. Now on the offensive side of the ball, we've added Arbuckle and Klosky, John Mateer, Jaden Ott. We got our receivers, and I look for this offensive line to be way much better this year, as opposed to last year. So I'm still TP. Get with me after the Texas game, and I might be on the 11-1 bandwagon. But right now, I'm at 10-2.
Hey man, look, I'll take 10-2, 10-1, 10-3, whatever it is with a 10 on it, I'll take it. Because we can sit here and like TB said, everybody just wants the season to begin. We can't wait. I think we're so anxious and so ready to prove people wrong that anxiety is whooping our ass right now. And I'm counting down days, minutes, hours, and seconds for this season to begin. I even took off the day before the ball game because I need to get juvenated and ready and get everything in order. That's how bad I want the season to start. So on to the next email. Now, Bishop. I mean, fuck, you want to say Bishop? He need to hurry his butt up in here. Hurry up, Bishop. I know you home. All right, Mike. You might like this one. What's going
Okay.
on, Coach? What's going on, Coach? And my man, Big Bishop. This is your boy Chris Collins, and I am from Podo, Oklahoma. I would like to ask the panel, who do you have being the Offensive Player of the Year for Oklahoma? And who do you guys have being the newcomer of the
Is it
year
done?
for Oklahoma? And who do you guys have being the defensive player of the year for Oklahoma? Thank you for your time. Good luck with the podcast going forward. You guys are hilarious as hell. Boomer sooner. All right, TP.
Mateer. Mateer for both positions on the offensive side. I wanted to say but I think Mateer. I think it's going to be Mateer.
Where they at?
They're crawling all over the food. I think it's
Well,
the
I
table.
mean, you gotta look at it like this. He has he has he's gonna have the ball in his hands 24/7. So he's gonna have the ball in his hand the most. So once the ball's in your hand and you distribute the ball, hand the ball off, do whatever, you know the offense. So you're going to put guys in the right spot. One thing that me and Bishop went back last week, and I'm glad I wish he was on here to verify this. We went back to look at when the plays broke down for John Material last year. The plays broke down. He still
Legend, you
hit.
got to mute yourself. Legend, mute yourself.
He still hold on. He still went 65% after the play broke down, completion wise. So if we take those stats and input it in what Oklahoma did last year, if I go back up to this chart and bring it in, and we look at Jackson Arnold, let me put it down to Jackson Arnold before I do this. Jackson Arnold, excuse me. All right. Out of Jackson Arnold was 16th quarterback in the SEC. And that's a damn shame because if there's only 49 of them because there's different quarterbacks and everybody that threw a pass. So out of everyone that threw a pass, there were 49 people that threw a pass. Tight end, running back, quarterback, punt, fake punt. Out of everyone that threw a damn pass, out of 49 people, Jackson Arnold was number 16. And his stats were he threw the ball 246 times the whole season. 246 times the whole season. Now, I remember when Baker and Mahomes, when they played, they threw the ball 195 times between those two, just that one game. So you mean tell me that in one game, Patrick Mahomes and Baker Mayfield threw for almost more than what Jackson Arnold did in 9 games? That's a damn shame. That's a shame. So Material's going to be a little bit more strategic. He knows where everybody needs to be. He knows the offense better than everyone. But I think that the offensive player of the year for Oklahoma is going to be Mateer. I think the newcomer of the year is going to be JJ. Or I think it's going to be Jaden Ott. One of those two is going to be the newcomer. Because you need to give it to 2 people versus 1. And the defensive player of the year, I think, is going to be R. Mason Thomas. Yes, sir, TP.
So I didn't get to that part. I didn't get to that side of the ball.
Okay.
For
Yeah,
deep
go
for
ahead.
defensive player of the year, I got Kip Lewis.
Okay. Hey,
I got Kip
anybody.
Lewis,
It could be
and I can
Holton. It could be Holton. It could
right
be Lewis. It could be R. Mason Thomas. Dude, it's gonna look. They finally said it today on SEC podcast. I think it's called SEC something with cousin something and something. They said Oklahoma is going to have the nastiest defense in the SEC. You can sit here and try to sugarcoat it. You can try to sit here and say they're going to have the nastiest defense in the SEC. That meant a lot to me coming from an SEC podcast that's been booming the last 10, 15 years. So they know the SEC. To say that means that Oklahoma does have a damn good defense. And yes, I think Kendall Dobie being back might be defensive player of the year. We don't know who it could be. It could be Kendall Daniels. It could be anybody, guys. But would it surprise us if it's somebody that we don't know about? Mike?
no.
No, no. I was just going to give my. I think John Mateer will be the offensive player of the year, the newcomer. Oh, I'm going to say Jay Knott, and then my defensive coach. He stole my thunder, but R. Mason Thomas, 100 all day long. Now, don't be surprised if a certain person on defense with the last name of Junior isn't
Boganowski.
mentioned in that mix.
Hey, JJ said that he been playing his ass off. Mike Jr. been playing his
Yeah.
ass off. So, and yes, Jimmy, winning cures everything. And that's
It,
what I'm saying. When Oklahoma gets to 5-0, which I think they will get to 5-0, we're gonna start seeing that sway turn. Hey man, Oklahoma's for real. No, don't jump on the bandwagon now. Keep your ass on the sideline. Have that white flag waving over there. We're okay. I want everyone to still doubt us when we're playing nasty, physical defense. And even Josh Heupel said it, which I was shocked when he said it in the SEC media day. He said they got lucky last year that Oklahoma's offensive struggles caught up to him. He said if Oklahoma would have played clean, sound football on the offensive side, that would have been a different ball game. Because that's coming from a person who still loves OU, still got a little animosity, but you got to tell the truth. If you're a person, man, that's on the outside looking in at that game, Oklahoma gave that game away. Oklahoma was a more physical team, but Oklahoma just didn't have the offensive scheme to compete in that ball game. No matter how bad we want to go back and rewind the video and try to find things that we did right, we did a lot of things wrong that game. A lot of things wrong.
hey, Coach,
So,
can I address something in the chat? It was said earlier about comparing. I'm not comparing Diego Pavia to John Mateer. All I was saying was if they're going to sit there and say John Mateer has to prove it in the SEC because he came from a different school out west, well, uh, Diego Pavia had to do the same thing coming from a even smaller school than John Mateer is going to Vanderbilt, and we all seen what Diego Pavia did last year at Vanderbilt. He lit the world up. So if you're going to sit there and hammer on John Mateer, I never once heard them say nothing when Diego Pavia transferred from New Mexico State to Vanderbilt. So, but Vanderbilt ain't like Oklahoma. I understand that, but don't be trying to put the toothpaste back in the tube and moving the goalpost. Is what I'm saying.
ooh, Jeremy, I like this statement. OU defense played better competition than Texas did, and the numbers are just as good. But
Yes, sir.
are we? I don't want to say anything about Texas tonight because when you got a schedule like that, it sets you up for the good. But what I'm going to say about Texas is let's see when a few more years that schedule gets flipped, and OU get the training wheel schedule, and Texas get, excuse me, the hard schedule. Then we'll see how good Arch is when he's playing those tough teams day in and day out.
Yep.
So it is what it is, man. Go ahead, TP.
26, the schedule flips on in 26, right? That's next season, right? They're going to do it the same way.
After next year, it
So
flips. Well,
basically,
it depends, because if they go to a nine game schedule, then they're gonna have to redo everything. Because you can't just add another team to it, because now you might be playing the same team that you just played 2 years in a row. So I don't know how they're going to do it if they do add that ninth game to the SEC schedule.
going to cost a lot of money. It seems like Sankey got his heels dug in. Well, verbally, his heels are dug in about, no, 8 is good.
Well,
But
when
that
you
ninth
add
game
that ninth
gonna
game,
cost you a brick.
8 million, 8 million a
Ninth
game,
game, is that's what they're saying?
8 million a game.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's just the game. That's not the TV rights. That's not anything else. That's just the game. So 16 teams, 8 million. So you're looking at what? 146, 146 million that you'll be getting now to add that another game.
let me. I'm
Just
asking where you get this number from? You basing it off the numbers that's now and dividing
yes.
it, and then that's how you're doing it.
The way they did it was there was a stat guy that I think is out of South Carolina, and he
Just real
said
quick,
that
who is that? Who is they? So I'm
let
clear.
me find his name. Hold on, let me find his name. Let me find his
Was it
name.
Sankey? Is my question.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
This was a guy that is a stats guy for all SEC teams. And what he
Okay.
did was he said that whenever you decide to add another game, if it's just for the SEC, it's between $8 and $10 million to add just one game. That's not including TV rights. That's not including anything else. That's just to add that extra game to the schedule. That's what it is. Now, there might be somebody else in here who knows what that is, but I just heard that off another guy that was doing a podcast that had the stats. Now, was that accurate, TP? I don't know. I was just going about what he said. But if you break down what most games would cost without TV rights, you're going to make about 8 or 9 million a game. Yes, sir.
So to that point, I just don't see. I don't see Sankey giving it up at what the rate is. You follow? No, you're going to have to pay us more to do a ninth game because we like doing 8. So now, not only do you got to pay me what it would be the average, you got to pay me more than the average for us to do something that we find not doing. You understand what I'm
Exactly.
saying? That's
Yeah,
negotiation.
yeah, yeah. Yes, yes.
No, no,
When
no.
we're talking about, look, what you're saying is you don't want to jeopardize your teams getting left out of the playoffs by adding an extra game. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, that's not what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Okay.
I'm simply saying you outsiders,
Mhm.
you playoff committee,
Okay.
whoever
Okay.
this is, you ESPN, whoever it is, you want us to do a ninth game. I'm
Got
saying,
you. We don't
I'm
need to do
saying
we don't need to
you're
do
going to
8.
have to pay to get a
Okay.
ninth game out of me.
I got you.
That's what I'm saying.
Now we're on the same page. Yes.
So
If I
you
was
listen,
Greg Sankey, I would hold out and make them pay me a boatload of money in order for me to go to my ADs and my presidents and say they're offering us $450 million to be distributed out to each team to play one more SEC game. Do y'all want to do it? And if they say no, oh well. But they can't force you to play another SEC game, because if that's the case, then it wouldn't be a vote. It's just going to be ESPN be like, hey, we're going to give you guys this much money and this is what we're going to do because the contracts are already signed. So you can't go and, let's say, add another clause into the contract just because you ESPN want to see another SEC game. It just don't work that way. Yes, sir, TP.
That's called opening up the contract before it's due. And then when you do that, you know, we can look at a whole bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
That's just negotiations. We're not giving you this for free. We this is going to cost you some money for us to do a ninth game, and it's not going to be, well, you make $2 every game. We'll give you another $2 to do a ninth game. No, we make $2 every game.
Yeah.
You're going to have to pay us $22 for this ninth game.
Yeah.
You
Because you're
understand?
going
Something like that.
you got to, TP. You got to, because now you're messing with records that could leave you out of the college football playoffs. So there has to be a reward and there has to be something and everything implemented that by us doing this, it's not going to hurt us getting that team such and such if they were to lose that extra game into the playoffs. It's all about getting to the playoffs because once you get to the CFP, you get so much money just for making the CFP. So that's the big money. That's the big money when you make the CFP. Can somebody in the comments see how much each team gets whenever they make the CFP and put it in there for me so I ain't got to go do it? Because I don't mind doing it, but I want to get some more of these emails because everybody's, man, in the comments is throwing up their deep offensive and defensive players. I see Mateer and R. Mason Thomas. I see someone say, hold on, where is it at? Someone else said, hold on, I just overlooked it. I'm sorry. Somebody has said Mateer and Danny Okoye. Somebody else said, oh, somebody said the newcomer, Kendall Daniels. So
Ooh,
everybody's pretty much on the same spot. We're all
yeah.
picking pretty much the same people, you know. Oh, somebody says our punter had better first half passing stats. Our punter had better first half passing stats than Arnold in a game.
Yeah.
That's a damn shame. Wow, I didn't even know that. Now
I did
that
not know that either.
But to be fair, let's be fair. I think he only threw one pass.
well, this is another two, Kyle.
He did it in the
Nobody
Missouri
really.
game,
Yes,
right?
yes,
What's going?
yes. Hold on.
And then there's
What's
Dwayne.
what's going on, Dwayne? How's everything going?
Dwayne, salute Dwayne.
Not much, man. Just on a little vacation. Got the grandkids and all that kind of stuff. I was just coming to holler, man. We're gonna be running with them. I got them all day. We got them for a couple of days, so yeah.
Hey, and that's the best thing, man. Having the grandkids, man. Trust me, there's
No,
nothing like
no,
it.
no, coach. No, they need to go back with their mom and dad. No, stop it.
Come
Nah,
on, Dwayne. Come on, big
but you know
dog. You
what?
gotta love the grandkids, man.
Dwayne,
So
are you
the baby
Dwayne?
girl.
Are you saying they're baby's kids?
No, no, no. The baby girl. She always cuts her eyes at me. She always rolls her eyes and all this kind of stuff. Now she literally is letting me talk to her, walk her, and hold her and all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty good. I was going to chime in and say, what's the subject for tonight? What's the subject for tonight?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can John Mateer be the next Diego Pavia for Vanderbilt?
He can be himself. That's about it. I mean, if he was good at Washington, I'd be good with that. So I'll be happy
Well,
with that. But he can do his thing. Where you going, girl? Where you going, girl? Where you going, girl? Look, girl, where you going? We're gonna go out
well,
there, yeah. But I think he's gonna do a good job. We just have to be patient and do what we got to do. I mean, I'm ready for football because all that nonsense is going on. I'm tired of it. So
TP said the same thing. TP said everybody is just waiting for the season to start. We're sitting here, and every day the topic pretty much stays the same. And we're all rebuttaling and saying this and saying that. Once football season starts, it's going to be silent. Everybody's going to start realizing that this team is a nasty football team. And you can sit here and say what you want to say. I'm just going to say what it is. Being a coach and you see all the additions that they've added to this damn program, how can you not think that they're going to be a little bit better? So everybody can sit here and say what they want to say. I'm just going to be optimistic and just tell you the truth. I think that they're going to surprise a lot of people. And I think that the people are going to have to acknowledge that, hey, we made a mistake. Oklahoma's very good. So
And you know what? It's going to be my comment to that, Coach.
what's up?
Don't be putting the toothpaste back in the tube. Stand your ground and say what you said all off season, because I don't want to hear, oh, Oklahoma's good this year. Blah. Mm-mm. You ain't gonna put that toothpaste back in the tube.
Check this out. I didn't know that. Hold on. Um, Hydro said Jackson only passed for a buck 40 against a extremely bad Temple team. Our defense won that game with 6 turnovers. We knew after week 1 our offense was going to be hella bad. Now, let's say that John Mateer goes out here game 1 and he just throws 3 touchdowns for 160 yards, 70 yards, and then they rest him. Would that be okay with you guys, or do you guys want him to come out here and throw for 300 or 400 yards?
Let John Mateer light him up for about a quarter and a half, and then set him for the whole game. Don't wait. Don't take a chance on John getting hurt. If you
TP?
got it, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I was gonna see what TP was gonna say. Do you think that you need to have him to go for 4 or 5 touchdowns to set the mark that this is what you're going to get day in and day out? I think TP is. I know I haven't muted him. TP, are you there? He might be out. All right.
But like I said, Coach, now would it surprise me if Arbuckle unleashes Mateer and has him to go out? No, that wouldn't surprise me. But I know if I was coach, after a quarter and a half and we're kicking their ass by 3 touchdowns, and they've only got maybe 3 or 7 points, no, I'm pulling Mateer out and putting in Hawk.
TP, did you hear the question?
I did not. Please repeat.
All right. I said and everything. If John Mateer comes out game 1 and he has 200 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and they pull him in the first quarter and a half. Would that be okay with you, or do you want him to come out there and throw for 4 or 5 touchdowns, 400 or 500 yards, and then bring in somebody else? What would be okay for you guys to be okay the first game for John Mateer?
I'm a Barry Switzer guy. So Barry Switzer wants to hang half 100 on him by the first half. So we're going to give him a tier quarter 1 and quarter 2. Now, if he up to 60 points by the beginning of the middle of the quarter 2, well, then we'll snatch him then, but I'm a Barry Switzer guy. He said hang half 100 on him. When we get to that point, we're going to bring the young guys in. So
All right.
I'd say
Dwayne,
half.
What's your thought on that? Hey, Dwayne. I think Dwayne is muted. All right. We're gonna move on. Uh Sooner Cowboys said Kip Lewis, R. Mason Thomas, G Baby, and Dominic Williams are the leaders on defense. I agree with that, but I think, man, that Jermichael Carter is going to end up being wide receiver 2 behind Giovanni. Okay. I want to see Oklahoma and Texas in the SEC championship piss off the rest of the league. That'll never happen. I don't see that happening no time soon. No time. All right. On to the next email, man. I think Bishop, I'm trying to figure out where he's at. He got to bring his butt on here. Uh, okay, hold on. I got an email just came in from Kyle. Kyle. Okay, cool, Kyle. Thank you, man. I appreciate the email. Thank you. Kyle said, "Do you think once Jermichael Carter and Giovanni Gibson absolutely tear it up in the SEC, OU starts heavily recruiting more Louisiana wide receivers?" Dwayne, that's your stomping ground. What do you think, Dwayne?
Yes, sir.
Hey, this email mainly might be for you since you're from Louisiana. The question was, do you think once Jermichael Carter and Giovanni Gibson absolutely tear it up in the SEC, OU starts heavily recruiting Louisiana wideouts? LA is truly wide receiver U. But do you think Oklahoma will start recruiting more Louisiana wide receivers if they tear it up?
I think they could possibly. It just depends because you got some recruiters that are at LSU that can recruit.
Okay.
You got I don't know if you're familiar with a guy named Frank Wilson. He can
Wilson,
recruit.
yes.
So that right there is a battle in itself. So that's the only problem that we might have. But other than that, I think we have a chance.
All right. Mike?
Yes, sir. I agree with Dwayne. I mean, well, we're going to be recruiting against Frank Wilson, and I mean that would be a tough, tall task. But would we try it? Probably so. But man, it's hard winning them wide receivers out of Louisiana. It really is because of Frank Wilson.
All right. TP, what do you think?
I just want to get the best talent available. If they from Louisiana, they from Louisiana. I really don't care where we get them from.
Louisiana instead of Louisiana?
Louisiana.
Okay. All right. I
I,
got
I
you, man.
got that from somebody. I'll tell you another time who I got that from.
All right. All right. Guys, I'm sorry, man, that I'm eating my dinner, but I want to get this podcast done because I pushed it out till today. So bear with me, please, guys. Bear with me, please. But we're gonna continue on with these emails so I can try to get this done. But here's another email that has come in. Where do we leave off at? Oh God. Okay, here it is right here. Take care, coach. We read that one. We read that one. Okay. God, man, it's a lot of damn emails are coming in right now. Guys, y'all are killing me. All right. Next one. What's going on, Coach Ricks and Bishop and whoever else is on the panel? My name is Eric Morgan, and I am a stats monitor at the University of Central Arkansas. Uh-oh. Coach Ricks, your old alma mater. I know, I know. I have a question, or should I say, I have a stat for you guys that maybe no one is taking into consideration when they are picking Oklahoma to lose 6 or 7 games. This is what I have discovered in my discovery of why I think Oklahoma will go, 11 and 2, 11 and 1, or 10 and 2. My findings are that Alabama lost a total of 11 defensive players to the transfer portal at the end of 2025. Auburn, Auburn lost 8 defensive starters. Tennessee lost 7 defensive starters from the 2024 season, 5 cornerbacks, 2 safeties, 1 linebacker, and 1 defensive end. All right. Ole Miss lost 5 defensive starters from their 2024 season, combined with the loss of 9 offensive starters. LSU lost a total of 5 defensive starters, three defensive tackles, 2 defensive backs. My point is, there's 4 key Oklahoma starters that graduated: Danny Stutzman, Billy Bowman, Woody Washington, and Ethan Downs. Of those 4, 2 played full time. Oklahoma has 9 starters returning on defense, and they have played more than 9 games last season. That alone should signify that Oklahoma is the deepest on the defensive side in the SEC. I just feel like people are not looking at the stats, they are looking at what they are being told. Thank you for reading my email. I watch the podcast all the time. It's nice to see that you guys talk about Oklahoma and the way you do, and you're so passionate about it. Keep up the good work. Coach Ricks, please come and do a podcast at the university. I think it will be pretty cool to have you back on your old stomping ground. Take care. Boomer Sooner. All right. I think I'm going to let Bishop go first since his butt is late in the party.
You
Please,
said
Bishop.
he said 6:30, and it ain't 6:30 my time. I was like, oh, but I'll take this smoke. I take smoke. Well,
Hey,
Of
Bishop.
all that, yes, sir.
We
yeah.
Go
count
ahead,
time
TP.
real time. That's Eastern time, Bishop.
Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad.
Yeah,
You see
he
Real
what
knows.
time
happened
is
was,
Eastern time. Okay.
all right, then. All right. So the question was,
Oklahoma has 9 returning starters.
okay,
Everyone else has lost or has had 5 or more defensive players. And on
right?
top of that, Ole Miss has lost 9 offensive players. So pretty much they're saying, why can't people look at the stats to see that Oklahoma has the most returning productivity on defense?
Because they don't want to. Because if they did, they have to own up to that. Oklahoma has something cooking, but of course, it wouldn't fit the narrative of 6-6.
Okay. TP?
That's why I don't pay them any mind. They got their mind made up about OU. Yet this gentleman sends you the stats. And we kind of knew the defense was rocking last year, and we knew we had a lot returning. We, as fans of OU, we knew this. Yet nobody else wanted to recognize that, which is fine. That's fine because, again, I don't care what they recognize and what they don't recognize. I really don't. So we know our team is what it is, and we know we've improved our team drastically. We believe drastically in certain positions on the offensive side.
True.
So we already know the defense is rocking. So why not be 11-1?
Not
All right,
only that,
Mike.
just they're the only reason we went 6-7 last year.
True. All right, Mike. What do you think?
I'm gonna I'm gonna agree with everybody. Uh, the reason they don't want it because the hate for Oklahoma is so deep that they don't want to see the forest through the trees. And doing so, if they go to checking the stats, they would have to put the toothpaste back in the tube and move the goalposts that they already have set for Oklahoma. So that right there from that young man that sent that email, thank you for putting the numbers to it that for us OU fans who already knew that, now everybody knows. But like I said, coach, the hate runs so deep. They don't want to see stuff. They just want to say, oh, Oklahoma's going to go 6-7 this year again. So that's my 2 cents, coach.
No, I got to get with Eric. That's an old stomping ground. He did some stats for my ass. I like that because I didn't. He threw some things at me. Alabama lost a total of 11 defensive players to the transfer portal at the end of the season. Auburn lost 8 defensive starters. Tennessee lost 7 defensive starters. 5 cornerbacks, 2 safeties, 1 linebacker, and 1 defensive end. Ole Miss lost 5 defensive starters. Combined with that, they lost 9 offensive starters. LSU lost a total of 9 defensive starters, 3 defensive tackles, 2 defensive backs. My point is, so all these stats that's out there, everybody's overlooking them. Everybody just putting their shutters on and not trusting what they see. They're believing what they're hearing.
Hey, coach,
Yes.
can can you email me that email because I'm going to bring it up on my on
Yeah.
Mike and Mike on Monday tomorrow. Do you mind if I
Yeah.
use it?
No. You can, yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
Okay, I appreciate.
All right.
Because what that really is saying is that is adding feet to what we've been saying is that actually going through what we went through last year, it actually sets us up because we got to play a lot of youth that needed to get that experience to where now is actually lended to a more foundational competitive depth, and that when we come on the field, there's levels to this in order to go far in this. So I'm glad that gentleman did that because that email gives the foundational blueprint.
And let's not mix words, Coach. That is senior leadership that you lost off of your team
True.
of the team, and you know as good as I do. When you lose a bulk of senior leadership, you ain't going to replace it at that level in one stinking season.
Yeah. And see, that's and guys, did y'all hear what he said? He said starters. He didn't say players. He said starters.
Yeah, that's what I was paying close attention to.
So, hey man, look, yeah, stat guys from South Carolina. I don't trust his stats, but it wasn't. It's a guy from South Carolina. It's not stat guy. I know if this email wasn't stat guy that sent that one earlier. It wasn't
Mm-mm.
him. But let's let's keep on with the emails and everything, man. Because like I said, these emails are finally the emails about football. That's two good ones that have made sense that had stats to back it up. So I like that. Here's the next one. What's going on, Coach Ricks and Bishop and the panel? This question is for everyone that has a negative opinion about John Mateer. It's easy to sit here and compare wins and losses and things like that. But when you are, but when we go to weigh in, hold on. But when are we going to weigh in on leadership and quality play? Yes, John Material played in a weak Pac 12, but he did accomplish great things and stats in that conference. We can't overlook that he knows this offense better than anyone, and he will exploit defenses that try to make him one dimensional. I truly feel like this year is different than last season. And if folks can't see that, oh well, drop that 50 on their asses, they'll start seeing Oklahoma is open for business. Thank you, Coach, for the platform and all that you do for those kids in Charlotte. We need more strong leaders like yourself. Be
Yeah,
blessed and stay safe. Boomer sooner. Hey, I like TP. You start hanging half a hundred on people,
yeah,
your name will get recognized real quick. You'll get
and and coach, just to add to that, just think about it. He didn't have Beatonbow. Now he has Beatonbow and his crew to go along with what we already have, and then you got a defense to support it, bro.
no.
I hope people's in store because all that rhetoric they've been spitting, you better keep the same energy because all those receipts are coming due. Period.
Well, Bishop, it
Well,
ain't
Coach,
even that. It ain't even that. He didn't have a defense last year. So now you ain't got to go out there and do all these amazing things he did last year
Exactly.
for Washington State. But if you go out there and do half, let's cut it in half. Jackson Arnold, somebody said that Jackson Arnold had what 1,400 total yards. No,
Yeah.
here it is, right here. They said Jackson threw for 1,500 yards in 2024. He threw for 2,500 yards. We could have went to a 9-3. If John Mateer throws 2,500 yards in the SEC, what do you guys think the record would be if he just throws for 2,500 and runs for 800?
Minimum of 10-2.
TP?
I'm standing on 11-1. I'm staying
You ain't
there.
budging. You
I'm
ain't
standing on
Oh,
budging.
11-1.
well, you already know that. I can't go back from 11-1.
TP is not going to budge from that 11
I'm
and 1.
standing on 11-1.
Hey, you already know TP. Hey, that gumbo good, ain't it?
I will say this. If
Okay.
John Mateer throws for 2,500 yards or more, 11-1, hands down. I TP Bishop, my 11-1 meter has now swayed bigger now that I have heard the stats from that gentleman from coaches. So my needle's going down.
Hey, TP,
So
that just even makes us stronger. We didn't need that. We can see past the forest. Now,
now maybe I'm trying to put the toothpaste back in the tube on my tin of tube, but after hearing that stat, uh, that that was an eye opener for me.
It caught
yeah.
me off guard. It caught me off
Yeah.
guard. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I didn't know all that because I don't cover other places.
Well, hey, whoever that was, hey, we really do appreciate your email because it truly it shines the light on the truth.
His name was Eric. His name was Eric Morgan, and
Eric Morgan.
he's from well, Central Arkansas is in Conway.
Yeah.
So oh well. I'm gonna send you that email when I get a chance, Mike. So you'll have it for
Okay,
your
I
for your
appreciate it
show.
because, Coach, I don't like using that, but I want to bring that up on my show with Mike and Bishop tomorrow.
Okay. All right. TP, you need to add
With your
anything?
permit, huh?
Oh, I don't care, man. I don't care about that. You know me. I don't care about that kind of stuff, man. That is that's water up on the bridge, man. If you need to use something, use it.
Yeah, I've kind of followed your lead. I'm going to start letting people from the chat come on my show to have a platform to voice their opinion. I've already had TP and Dwayne on my show, and so uh, I'm going to coach you. You've kind of inspired me to do something different with my channel.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Hold on. His conference payout is 4 million. So TP, we were close. A conference payout is 4 million per game. Is that what you're saying? He said baseball. Baseball payout is 4 million. Okay. Well, we'll find out what it is for each team will okay, here it is right here, TP. Each team who makes the college championship game collects around 20 million. That's just to make it. So shit. I need to chew. Damn. Hey, it
Mikey,
is
Mike.
what it is. It is what it is. All right. Next email. Let's keep it going. What's going on, Coach and Bishop? This is Jesse Owens, and I am from Tallahena, Oklahoma. Uh-oh. I am a lifelong OU fan, and I caught wind of your podcast following Hall of Fame podcast with Jason. And you guys are always on point when you're talking about stats in Oklahoma and things that people don't care to address. It just burns my ass that people overlook all the great things that this program has done in the last 7 months. Damn, boy, everybody, I like this. It just makes me wonder, do we really care about substance, or are we just all about just believing what people are tweeting? It seems like all over the country, everyone has something negative to say about Oklahoma, but nothing positive or constructive when it comes to building a foundation for years to come. My question is, can you break down, or can you guys break down what OU's record would be if last year's team went 9-3 and they won their bowl game versus the way everything turned out? Thank you for your time. Please continue with what you are doing with the kids. That is very important in the world today. Much respect, Coach. All right. So let me try to build this up. I think they're saying, would the talk be different if Oklahoma went 9-3 and won their bowl game? Would the talk be different, guys?
Well, without winning the bowl game, 9-3, we're in a different arena because then it's like with as much as we lost, man, we wouldn't have lost our OC. So I don't know if I want to
I
venture
don't
down
know.
that
I
path.
think BV still would have made a change. I think
You
BV
think
still
so?
would have made a change. I think
Okay.
if he didn't want if he didn't want you, if he wanted to fire you and Joe Castiglione said no, Now with Joe C getting ready to retire, and I got somebody else coming in, I want an offensive coordinator that's going to move the ball.
Right, right. But would
Someone
he
said
have
it in
made
the
it last year, or would it have been this year if
it
we
would
were
have
nine
been
and three?
it would have been after the bowl game.
Okay, I can see that.
It would have been after the bowl game. But TP, let me ask you this, because I know that me and you we love to debate, and I know you love to debate, and you got them going 11-1. All right, if they did go 9-3 last year in a one-day bowl game, so they went 10-3. What would you think the talk would be around Norman now? Would it be 6-7, or would it be Oklahoma is on that trajectory to make the CFP?
The talk would be about OU making the playoffs for sure. Again, some legend mentioned it. If we went 9-3, there might be a problem with who is still here and who comes here.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on who you went 9-3 with. Did you go 9-3 with JA, or did Hawkins take you 9-3?
True.
So the, there are factors in, but it played out the way it was supposed to play out. Trust and
I,
believe it played out the way it was supposed to play out. But to answer, my answer to the question would simply be they would be talking about playoffs from the rip in January, February, March. They would have been talking about, oh, you're going to be a playoff contender, as opposed to what they're saying now. But again, last time I'm gonna say it. Nah, this is not the last time I'm saying it. I really don't care what them other people think and what they say. I really don't.
Facts.
So, you know.
all right, Mike, what do you think?
Knowing this media the way I've been watching it since 1971, we could have went undefeated last year, and they would have found something to. Oh, they've lost Danny Stutzman, Ethan Downs, Woody Washington, blah blah blah. They're going to throw a clinker this year. Brent Venables, the media would still be having us sucking. I mean, I've been following the media for a long time, and the narrative is never. I've been through 6 national championships: 74, 75, 85, and 2000. And they've all had the same narrative. They should have done better, pretty much. Because, so, I think the media would still, and other platforms would say we still got a lot to prove. That's my opinion.
Okay. Uh-oh. Kyle said, hold on. Kyle said, I just sent my 2 cents question to your inbox. So let me see what he got. All right. Here's the question that Kyle just wrote. Thank you, Kyle. Like you
Thank
said,
you,
man,
Cal.
send them in. I'm gonna read them. I didn't give my email out for nothing. I want y'all to start sending these in. Almost a hypothetical question here, but if Gentry Williams can be healthy all season and has no drop off from previous years, with him and Eli at starting corners, what group is the true weak point in this juggernaut of a defense?
I don't see one. I mean, people would say linebacker, but good gosh, you still got Kip Lewis, Kobe McKenzie, and Sammy Almasigo coming up. I mean, where where would I really don't see it, because we got our Reggie Powers Jr., Mike Jr., Cortland uh, Cortland Guillory, Kendall Dovey, RSJ. I mean, God, where do you find the wink link in that defense?
Did you guys understand the question?
I did.
No, I didn't, Coach.
Go ahead and read it again.
Almost a hypothetical question here, but if Gentry Williams can be healthy all season and has no drop off from previous years, with him and Eli as starting corners, what group is the true weak point in this juggernaut of a defense?
I
TP?
understood the question. And I agree 100% with what Legend was saying. There is no weak point. If the cornerback room is strong, everything else is already strong. There is no weak. point position group on the defense?
And we're staying on the defensive side, correct?
There's always a weak point. There's always a weak point.
All right.
All right,
And,
I'm
spit
gonna
it.
have to.
no,
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go with you, Coach, because you're saying there's always a weak point, and you've coached. So, all right. So
I,
um,
I said,
again,
look, look.
again, I'm leaning towards no weak point. I'm leaning towards no weak point because, again, I thought the weakest point was the cornerbacks. That's what I thought. You mentioned a couple of shows ago, you ain't got to worry about the cornerbacks because the defensive line going to be on their ass so fast, it ain't going to be a trouble. But if we got Gentry and Eli at full health playing, that's going to be hell on the opposing teams. Now, I would just want to hear what you have to say about what would be the weak point, Coach. Now I'm going to hear because again, I'm standing on no weak point.
as a as a coach and everything, you're not coaching against an opponent. You're coaching against injuries. See, the question was, what group will be the weak point of this juggernaut defense? That wasn't the question. The question for me is, if there are no injuries, if there are no injuries, that's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about the defense. The defense is going to always be
oh,
a juggernaut. I'm worrying
Okay.
about injuries because
Oh,
we can sit here and say this defense is going to be outstanding, but then once injuries happen, then we're gonna start saying, well, if so and so wasn't hurt, we would do this.
I,
So I always look outside the question and say, if there are no injuries, then yes, I can answer that question. But right now, I'm just saying injuries is my main concern.
well,
I,
even with injuries, competitive depth. I mean, what we are building, we always stand upon competitive depth. I think even at corner, adding Gentry is just fuel to the fire because what we have had to play with without him, and now having him in the fold, and as long as he can stay in the fold, that's a good little rotation going.
Okay, TP.
So I answered the question based off of him
I
saying
know, I know.
him
I
saying no
love being
injuries.
politically correct. I love mixing everything up on everybody. So,
Yeah,
Okay, so then
but
you when you change it, you threw in another factor. You made me think. This is what you made me think of, Coach. And I don't have the answer.
yes,
You
sir.
made me think of which position group
Yes,
is not does not have the most.
yes,
Which position group
depth.
has the least amount of depth? That's
Yeah.
what you made me think of because we know the defensive line is 7, 8, 9 deep, whatever it is, right? So, but
This is what I would say,
and then I
TP, to
can't
help you
answer
out.
that because I don't know the depth of the
This is
corners and linebackers.
this is what I would say. If Gentry, to answer this question, if Gentry, Williams, and Eli are top notch and they're not hurt, what would be the weak group? I would say, and this is just me, I would say Cheetah because Dobie still might be a little bit hurt, might not be 100%. That would be my only spot because
but is
because
that
there hasn't been a set person because we know Kip's gonna be linebacker. We know that Eli Bowen and everything's gonna be strong safety. I mean safety. We know that RSJ, we know where he's gonna be. We know where Gentry's gonna be. We know the defensive line is stacked. We just don't know who's playing Cheetah.
okay? Amasigo, Kenneth Daniels, and Kobe. Those are three that I offhand that I know play the cheetah. Is that playing into your decision, Coach Ricks?
Yes,
Okay,
because I got 3 to 4 years with RSJ. I got 2.5 with Eli. I got 3 with Gentry. The defensive line is stacked as it has ever been. We got 11 rotating defensive tackles on the line. So if the question is asked me to pick a group, I gotta say the Cheetah.
I got you. I see where you're coming from.
Now, if Dobie didn't get hurt last year, if he didn't get hurt last year, I would say there is no weakness. There is no weakness if he didn't get hurt last year.
Lord, we're going to send a prayer up, cover them
Yes,
now, because we need all of them, because
yes,
we ready
TP.
to do this.
Yes,
So,
TP.
so my question, because I guess I'm thinking about the cheetah group, right?
Yes, sir.
And as I think on it, I'm like, well, ain't that a safety? And it's like, no, no, that's a
No,
linebacker. And it's
it's a
like, no,
linebacker.
no, that's a. So I'm trying
It's a
to.
hybrid. It's a
I'm,
hybrid between a hybrid. It's a hybrid between a linebacker slash D back. He can cover a heavy tight end. He can be fast enough to cover a slot. So it's a hybrid.
yeah, I follow. I follow. I was trying to sneak him into secondary cheetah, and then I'm trying to sneak him into linebacker. So, other words, for depth, I'm trying to steal linebackers, and I'm trying to steal safeties. You see
Yes,
how I'm
sir.
trying to cheat?
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
what is Nesta, Coach Ricks?
He's a linebacker.
Okay. Because
Linebacker.
6'6" linebacker that runs 4.4 is not bad.
Hey, that's Wonder Bread. That's Wonder Bread. That's what we call WBs, Wonder Bread. He run 4-4. But man, look, he when I went to go see him play, he took his helmet off. I was like, man, that dude look like Shaggy. He ain't no football player. But there was a receiver that took a slant and was gone. So I was like, oh, he going to the house. Nesta ran him down, and I was like, ooh, hey. Ran him down, then stripped the ball and took it back the other way. So I said, yeah, that's a bad boy right there. That's a bad boy right there. That's what we need right there is guys like that that don't give up, fight and run through it, go make the tackle, strip the ball, and let's go back the other way. So, hey, man, look, that's a good question, Kyle, man. Thank you for the email, man.
Yeah,
Look,
that
like I
was an
said,
excellent question. Yeah, hey, Chad, if anybody has any more questions like that, send it through.
I like that because, see, most folks, I had one person who I banned who kind of peed me off. He thought I was making the questions up. So I sent him a few. I was like, man, look, I ain't got time for all this. Yeah, I'm very busy. I said, it's something that God put in my heart to do is make another email and let people start emailing in questions. By what Kyle's doing right now, pretty much solves what I've been doing. Is that Kyle just emailed me that at 7:36. It's 7:48 right now, and I just got it and read it. So to sit here and say that I'll make up emails to to start something is asinine and crazy. Is that so? It is what it is. But any question you guys got, email me, man. We'll put it on the air. I love these kind of questions, man. It's because it's it keeps the dialogue going, man. Because you guys are in the chat. You ask me a question, we read it, and we debate about it, and we answer it. That's why we here. So anyway,
No, no, no. English. Jason is not making it up that BV tried to fire Seth Luttrell. No,
oh
Jason is
no,
not making
he
that up at
no,
all.
he
No,
tried
no,
to fire him. He tried to fire him.
he tried to.
So trust me, he tried to fire his ass, but they would not
And
let him.
and and Joe C wasn't having no part of it.
Yeah, we know.
Joe C was the.
Yeah, so there it is again. Okay. Well, Kyle, we answered your email, man. Like I said, keep them coming in, man. We're gonna go on to the next email that we got. The only thing that stops us from 9 wins season will be multiple injuries at one specific position. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we're deep enough, man, to where we can finally start to use that competitive depth thing. We have guys that have played more than 9 games that have returned. So the young cats that's coming in right now, they are hungry and they want to get on the field.
Yeah,
So
and I think that's the beautiful thing about what Coach BV has set up is that, like he told the young man, he's been honest. Hey, once we
Benji, it was out there.
Okay. Yeah.
We
What?
don't sit here and make shit up. Go
Easy.
ahead, Bishop. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna I'm not gonna deal with I'm not gonna deal with stupid today.
Oh man, I'm not. Hey man, don't let it get to you, man. Don't let it
Yeah.
get to
Don't.
you.
Yeah.
Don't let that get to you, man. Yo,
Relax,
you let that
bro.
stuff
Yeah.
bother you, man. Look, man, don't let it still. Don't let it bother you, man. It's all good.
Yeah,
Let them
man.
come in. Let them come in here and do their little thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This is. But what I was gonna say is that the for the first time in our lives, and that's why Nagy's his plan of action is actually to actually keep us with competitive depth. Because understand, you're not gonna get every 5 star, and there's only 32. So understanding he's really telling the truth is that you're not going to get it, but you're not. The key is we want to keep with competitive depth. Then that means you got to have a board that's ready for if that one person is off your board, then who's next? And that's all he's basically saying is we're not going to. No longer will we miss out, and we're going to utilize to the best of our ability our board to get the best possible scenario.
yeah. Uh, I'm just gonna be put this in there for you, Mike. So it'll help you make you feel better and everything right here. It'll make you feel better. So
Coach
you won't have to
just
let binge. I know. Hey,
address
dude.
this
Look.
question.
Yes, sir.
He said,
What?
I did get heated because it was reported that BV tried to fire fucking Seth
He tried
Luttrell
to
and
fire him.
Joe
He
C
tried to
wouldn't
fire him
let him.
and during the
That
during
was
the
all
season.
over OU podcast, dude.
Mike, let it go, dog. It is what it is. You know, people come in here and try to get you all riled up.
That's you lending to it.
I mean, we don't
But
report shit just
Mike. Okay,
Hey,
okay.
hey,
Take a
Benji,
break.
I get it.
Take a,
Hey, look, you won't get to me. I get it. But we said the same thing about everybody and everything, and things happen. I can take that. You're not gonna get under my skin. I'm cool. I'm good
yeah.
with it, because it's just that's your opinion. I have an opinion, and it might
Fact.
not always be on the same wavelength, but it doesn't mean that your point is more relevant than mine. It's good.
Hey,
It's
thank
good.
you, Mike. That's a good gumbo, though. I ain't mad at you.
Go ahead,
I'm
TP.
down with
I
that
know.
gumbo.
I know you begging to say something.
No, I was just like, that's why a lot of times I say all the time, I don't care what anybody has to say
Mhm.
negatively
Yeah,
about our football program.
yeah.
So
Everybody's
when I
opinion is
say that, when somebody
valid.
says something in the chat, I refer back to that statement.
Yeah,
And then I can
we go from there.
go from there. I really don't care. What? And I'm not
There
even
you
going to
go.
mention any names. I'm not
There
going
you
to
go.
glorify him by mentioning any names. I'm just going to say I'm standing 10 toes down on I don't care what anyone has to say negative about OU football, whether it's ESPN, Fox, anybody, FS1, anything, CNN, New York Times, BBC. I don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah. All
that's
right.
me. That's why I always made sure people understand this. That's why I hold on to receipts. Because whenever the receipts come due, and they better keep that same energy that they were having at that moment. That's it.
There you go. There you go. Well, hey, we're down to the last email that was sent in. But if anybody else has anything to talk about, please put it in. Because I got to go back, man. I fast forwarded to Benji's comment, and I got a lot of other stuff that we can get over. BB is making the D look like Clemson, where a kid went out and the next guy made plays too. So we're getting there, man. Like I said, I don't let people try to kill the mojo, if that makes sense. Uh, but what I'm gonna say is this: at the end of the day, everything will be solved on the field, and at the end of the season, if they're not 11-1 or 10-2, like I think they should be, then we will address it then. If they are, we will address it then. So until then, there's a lot of football, a lot of more time to be played, and a lot of more time to be talked about what's coming up this season. So Let's keep it like that. Let's keep it open and honest and everything. TP had his comment. Bishop had his. I had mine. Benji, you got yours. Mike got his. Hey, I'm good with everything I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm good with everything I'm saying because it's driven by stats. Now, if you don't like stats, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Well, see, I do. Yeah, I do film breakdown and stats as well, and so that's why I say when you start looking
Oh,
at
you
it,
good. You good, Benji?
go ahead.
I told Benji he's good. He said, I'm
Yeah,
not trying to kill the mojo, man. Didn't mean to whine. Yeah. Oh no. I
yeah.
just I don't Benji, it's no harm, man. I'm not mad about nothing, big dog. I'm not. I'm not. That's your opinion, and I have to respect your opinion.
That's it. You get to spit your fire, just like we
Yeah.
get to spit our fire.
I'll give you guys a platform to come on here and spit. I'm not gonna ban you. I love there has to be a debate. There has to be
Yeah,
dialogue in between two people that have a different opinion. That's it. That is
that's
it.
the
I'm
only way
never
we're
gonna
gonna
ban
move
you.
forward. That's the only way we're gonna
I salute you,
move.
big dog. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
TP.
The host is gracious. Coach Ricks is very gracious. He respects your opinion. Me, I'm rough and rugged, rude, Northeast. I don't give a damn about your opinion. It's just rough,
And I'm
rugged.
pretty
We
sure
rude up here in
TP
the
he
Northeast.
don't
My
give a damn about
apologies.
yours
I don't
either.
give a damn about your opinion. you know?
Y'all crazy.
and
so,
I'm just gonna eat
but the
my.
host is gracious. The host is, Coach Ricks is gracious and everything. So, that's why I said what I said about the.
All right, man. We went far left with this, but let's get back to this last email.
Okay.
Let me bring Mike back in here, and there will I think Mike's. Hold on. I think Mike is. I don't know. All right, here's last email of the day. Excuse me, guys. I'm gonna get this chewing done. I'm sorry. I'm trying to eat,
Oh, you good?
and
You good? You good, Coach?
I know, man, but I'm trying to eat and read at the same time. All right.
Oh, you doing a good job then.
Oh, this is a long email. Golly. All right. What's going on, Coach Ricks and Bishop and whoever is on the panel? How are you guys doing today? My name is Jonah Ellison, and I am from Pecola, Oklahoma. Boy, my old stomping ground.
Oh, Coca-Cola.
Yes, Coach. I'm from your dad's old stomping ground. He will be damn proud of you, young man. My question is this: how do people not give Oklahoma a nod when they have two of the best offensive players of the Pac 12? That alone gives me chills just thinking about it. In my opinion, if you add 3,965 total yards, 3,139 passing, 826 rushing, and 44 touchdowns, 29 passing, and 15 rushing, that alone would have put Oklahoma last year in the playoffs, I believe. But not only that, you add another key weapon like Jaden Ott out of California. He showed his showcase out against Miami last year. That alone gives you 4 wins. Close games against Missouri, Ole Miss, Tennessee, and LSU. I just feel like we let a lot of games get away due to poor quarterback play and terrible offensive play calling. That will be corrected this year. Just wait and see. Thank you guys for reading these emails. It means a lot to us to voice our opinion, and you read it. It hold on. It means a lot to us to voice our opinions, and you read it. That means a lot to us. Boomer Sooner. That's a damn good email. That's a good email. All right,
And thank you for that picture in softball. She's a boss. She's boss, man.
dude. I didn't know that my dad lived down the street from her and everything.
Really?
So yes,
Wow.
yes. All right, TP. The question was, how do people not give Oklahoma a nod when they have two of the best offensive players in the Pac-12? You adding John Mateer. So do you believe that if those close games last year, if we'd have had John Mateer, oh, let me bring Mike in. I see him now. If we would have had John Mateer, those close games against Missouri, Ole Miss, Tennessee, and LSU, you think we could have won at least one or two of those games?
See that part right there? That heart?
Yes.
John Mateer got it. So, yes,
Yeah.
we might have fucked around. We might have messed around and won all them games. My
Finally
apologies.
got the F bomb out of TP.
I'm
Finally
sorry.
got the F bomb.
We might
He
have
did.
messed around and won all them games just based on heart alone. I made the comment before. I really don't like talking about the kid. I made the comment before. If you saw his face on the sidelines, he looked scared to death.
Yeah.
His play was of that. If you get a turnover, the defense gives you the ball at the 5 yard line, and the very next play, you give it up and turn it back. Defense gives you the ball at their 33 yard line. You throw a lateral.
Yeah.
You exude. You're showing that you're showing you're not built for this. You're showing you're not built for the moment. You're showing you don't have heart. That's all. And that's what it is. As we examine that type of play, whereas we examine Mateer, Mateer got heart. So I'm saying Mateer would win those games. I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'll second that. I said Mateer plus offensive coordinator and quarterback coach. We win 4 games with them last year.
Okay. Mike, what do you think?
I'm going to say it. Out of those 4 games, Mateer would have won them all.
Okay. Okay.
That's just the
Uh,
way I feel right now.
Mike, you got a super chat, Mike. You got a super chat, big dog.
Oh,
ten
did I?
dollars from Charles. Charles sent you a $10 super chat, but it ain't. It's just $10. It ain't nothing. It's nothing attached to it.
Appreciate you, Charles.
And Mike Benji said, Mike, my man, I never seen a report on it. If I missed it, my bad. It never. They never. Okay, Benji. Now I'm gonna say this because this is what I know. They never wanted to put it out there because they did not want the frack between Joe C and BV. They didn't want to know that BV wanted to fire him and Joe C wanted to keep him. So, but it's been out there for a long period of time. That I do know. Yes, sir. TP.
So you're saying that there's no
There's
written
no.
report when you go
It
to
was
a
it was going
newspaper
around.
and you see it.
No, sir. It was just going around the Oklahoma. You know they have like Oklahoma's has their own podcast for the state for the university. It was those podcasts and those statements that were going around like, hey, he wanted to let go of Seth Trail, but Josie wouldn't let him.
Those
Be-
inside guys. That's what you're saying.
yes, sir. Yes,
Right,
sir.
right, right, right.
Yes, sir. But to say that there was ESPN report that come out to say no, there was none of that. Yes, and to a and Benji, I'm working on it, man. I need to get 500 subscribers before I start to receive any kind of super chat. We getting there. We getting there,
Yeah,
but
we're there. Yeah,
slowly but
we're
surely,
there.
guys, we're going to
We're,
get there, man. So yes, sir. TP.
I was going to say, put your PayPal on the screen or whatever, and
yeah,
you know,
I can do that, guys. My thing is, and this is just me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel bad asking people to send their hard-earned money to me to read a question. I'm just keeping it real. I just it just I feel
no,
like God has given me a platform to come on here and do this. Now I know it does cost money to do this, but I would never ask someone to send their hard-earned money in
can they do a
just
love
so,
offering though? They
sir.
can do a love offering. It don't have to be. They just if y'all want to just do a love offering to Coach, wink, wink. Then hey, more than welcome, and it'll be put to good use. That
I
way,
just
hey,
feel
there's
I
no
just feel like
obligation. It's a
I
love
just
offering.
don't I just don't do that. I just don't do that. We go out and we advocate, we raise money for kids to do things.
I got you.
I'll do that. Now, if anybody, Coach and Bishop, you know me, if anybody ever give me anything, I always put it toward my foundation of the inner city kids and giving programs.
They
And
done. There we go.
I think Garrett gave me last year $200. And then I had one family give me 5 grand, and it paid for 29 kids to go out of state to a camping trip. So that's what I do. Now, if I get to the point to where the love I have for these kids gets a little bit out of pocket, we'll talk about it. But until then, I just feel I don't feel comfortable asking people to send me money just to read a comment. I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it. I do it willingly and free for right now.
Right, right. But would you receive love offerings just because we love you and somebody wants to send a love offering? That's not you them having to pay for their deal. They just value what you bring to the table.
We'll talk about it here in a minute. Me and you and TP.
Okay.
I'm gonna get. Oh, let me get Mike back in here. We're gonna do it, man. Like I said, I'm not above it, but um, I do want to change up my podcast area. I think I sent you the picture of how I'm
Yeah,
going to paint this whole room
yeah,
black and have everything up and have it. We're gonna have a interior decorator come in and change everything behind and fix everything up for me. So,
yeah.
Hey,
but
Coach,
thank you. Yes, sir.
before my internet glitched, you said that I had a super chat.
Yes, it was
Charles.
Charles.
Yep, yep,
Thank you, Charles Crows Fly High. I appreciate that, buddy. Uh,
Yes, $10.
that goes a long way with me. I'm like Coach. I don't ever. I run my Venmo on my channel, but it's not to pressure anybody. If you want to send a donation to my channel, that's up to you.
there you go. See,
But
that's all I'm saying. Yep.
Yeah.
uh,
That way it's a love offering. That way it's no strings attached. It's just them loving back on you.
and
Yeah.
Ben G will always be my guy from Texas. Ben, I'm sorry I got a little hot headed. Uh, Ben's Ben's one of the few Texas fans that I actually like, and sometimes I go off on a tangent, but I like Ben G. Most of the time, he has some good points, and so Ben, I'm sorry I blew up at you, brother. I defend Jason, and Jason don't ever report nothing that's rumored or any. When Jason reports something on HOF media, it's you can take it to the bank, put it in your juice box and suck it, put it in your pipe
Okay.
and smoke it. So anyway,
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Charles said y'all haven't answered statement I had. I don't give a F about Longhorn fans. Okay. Okay. Charles, ask the question because you sent the $10 super
yeah,
chat to Mike. Ask the question that you want to ask, and we will definitely answer it.
We'll
yeah,
answer it right now.
Now,
yeah.
Benji, I might do this down the road. I might do a cash out. Uh, eh, we'll see. I'll see about setting that up. I mean, I just don't feel comfortable. You know, uh,
We'll pray on it and we'll
yeah,
go from there.
yeah. It's just that man, people, it's hard times right now, man. And I mean, shoot, I mean, to say somebody to send me $5 to have me read a question, I just think that man, that's just a lot to read a question.
Oh,
Well,
So
okay,
that
chat.
that
Does a love offering sound better versus? I get what you're saying, Coach. As some people use it to, well, so we can get you to read your deal. Just do this. Oh,
okay,
snap!
Benji.
I saw
Okay,
that.
Benji.
I saw that.
I'm sending I'm sending you money to request Arch Manning shout outs. Hey, I tell you what. I tell you what. You send that money, it will be returned to sender.
yeah.
Return to sender. See you. But no, man.
No, no,
Hey,
coach. Coach, that's not
yes,
the
sir.
Jersey way. Take his damn money and then don't do nothing for him.
That's true New Jersey right there. That's true New Jersey. That's
And
true
then
New
Uh,
say,
Jersey.
hey, you need to send more than what you sent.
All right, man. Y'all. Okay, here it is. Can I recommend a darker shade of orange for paint at Coach Rick's? Man, look, you send me a can of orange. Okay, okay. Benji, yeah, Benji, send it to me. Send me all that. Send me all that. I'll donate it to charity. Hey, send it all to me. Yes, sir, TP.
Benji, I got a whole golf bag set up in orange, but it's not burnt orange, it's Tennessee orange. So
Hey.
that wouldn't help you. And it's not for Tennessee. It's just it's I was gifted a orange head cover by one of my. Uh, he passed away. Good friend of mine. We used to play golf all the time. So I made an entire golf bag in honor of him.
Oh,
So but it's not burnt orange. It's Tennessee orange. That's as close as I can get, Benji.
All right. Well, what we'll do is, since it's becoming a big thing to some people, I'll get with Bishop and we'll set up a cash out. We'll open up me and Bishop to where we'll both have access to it, and it'll help the show. And we'll start giving out the shirts. We'll start giving out shirts, and we'll start giving out the Coach Rick's hats. We'll start giving out things and everything to people and everything, man. That way, I won't feel like I'm taking anything from anyone, and I
yeah,
feel like I'm giving a service back to someone else and everything, man. So I just always been raised that way, man. Is that n- no one should send you money for doing something that you love to do, and I love to do this. So that's just the way I look at it. But anything else, man, before we about to get up off here, man, it's an hour and 41 minutes. I was supposed to go outside and put this swing together for my granddaughter, but thank God it's raining. God is looking down on me, boy. He's looking down on me and says, "Blessed be the one." Because I'm like, woo, I don't want to go outside and do that swing, boy.
all right.
Neither
But
Charles.
Oh,
Charles.
anything else? Oh,
No.
I'll
I
run.
would
I'll
like
run.
to address. I would like to address Charles Pro Flies High. He asked me a couple of questions in the chat. He asked me about what's Jersey like, and if you want, I can. If it's okay with you, Coach, I can run through a little bit of it if you want.
Yeah, go through it. Take your time.
I mean, it's a small state, but it's very populated. It might be the most densely populated state in the union.
Hmm.
Traffic traffic is something in the north. We got mountains northwest. We got shoreline
Yeah.
right on the Atlantic Ocean.
Yep.
So we got farmland. So it's a little bit of everything, and
Yeah.
we right across the river
Casino.
from New York City. We got
Casino.
casinos. We got that too. Yeah. If I wasn't afraid of my Wi-Fi dropping, I'd walk about 10 blocks and I'd be at the ocean. I'd show up. I show my man some ocean water. But that's you know it, it's like anything else. You just get used to where you living.
Yeah.
And you adapt to it, as
Yeah.
all of us can do. So
Hey, there you go. TP. In that New Jersey accent.
we try to we all right. Yes, yes, yes. It's rude
I
like that.
know.
It
I
can be.
know.
I I try to avoid confrontation.
I work with a guy that's from New Jersey, and that's all I hear is, "Hey, watch what you walk in." I'm like, "What?" Is it? "Hey, watch what you walk in." I'm like, "Okay, that don't sound right, but okay."
About street walking, yeah. I try to avoid confrontation.
Hey, man.
mo- most of the dudes I knew from Jersey, they always said New Jersey.
Well, it's
That,
more of
that's
a it's
from
more of an accent. Yes.
Saturday Night Live way back in the '80s. Joe Piscopo
Yeah.
did a skit off of that. That's where that come from.
Hey, Bishop. Before we leave, you missed the first two questions. I want to read them for you
Okay.
because one of them was addressed to you.
Okay.
Okay, if you don't mind. And
Yeah.
guys, if I know you guys have already heard it, but I want to say it again. All right.
Appreciate
This one says, "What's going on, Coach Ricks and Bishop? This is Joe Colton, but my friends call me Joey. I have a question for the panel and some of these wayward OU fans that we have. Why can't you guys see that this program is a hell of a lot better than it was when Lincoln Riley was here? Yes, we were winning Big 12 championships against lackluster teams, but every time we played a team in the SEC, we would get embarrassed. He's building a roster that can compete with these teams on a weekly basis. I think we got a damn good coach, and I think a lot of these fans need to stop with this fire BV and bring in Nick Saban crap. I believe when I believe winning cures a lot of problems, and once Oklahoma goes 9-3 or 10-2, it will solve a lot of these problems. But it will also put us on a trajectory to be dominant in years to come. I don't want just one good year. I want multiple years of competing in the SEC to mean something. Thank you for your time, Coach. Sorry I went on a little rant, but I am tired of these. I am tired of this crowd because I love this team so much. All right,
I agree.
that's one. That's one. Now this one is the one that you might like. It's the findings. Were you on here when we did the stats, M- Bishop?
The stats. Go ahead. No, I don't think so.
Okay, good. This is the one that Mike wants. What's going on, Coach Ricks and Bishop and whoever else is on the panel? My name is Eric Morgan, and I am a stats monitor at the University of Central Arkansas. Coach Ricks, yes, your alma mater. I have a question, or should I say, I have a stat for you guys that maybe no one is taking into consideration when they are picking Oklahoma to lose 6 or 7 games. This is what I have discovered in my discovery on why I think Oklahoma will go 10-2. My findings are that Alabama lost a total of 11 defensive players to the transfer portal at the end of 2024 season. Auburn lost 8 defensive starters. Tennessee lost at least 7 defensive starters from the 2024 season. 5 cornerbacks, 2 safeties, 1 linebacker, and 1 defensive end. That's more than 7, but anyway. Ole Miss lost 5 defensive starters from their 24 season. Combine that with the loss of 9 offensive starters for Ole Miss. LSU lost a total of 5 defenders, 3 defensive tackles, 2 defensive backs. My point is the four
Yeah.
key Oklahoma starters that graduated, Danny Stutzman, Billy Bowman, Woody Washington, and Ethan Downs. Of those four, 2 played full time. Oklahoma has 9 starters returning on defense that have played more than 9 games just last season. That alone should signify that Oklahoma is the deepest in the defensive side in the SEC. I just feel like people are not looking at the stats. They are looking at what they are being told. Thank you for reading my email. I watch the podcast all the time. It's nice to see that you guys talk about Oklahoma the way you do. You're passionate about it. Keep up the good work, Coach Ricks. Please come back and do a podcast at the university. I think that will be pretty cool. Thank you, Coach Ricks. Boomer Sooner.
Yes. If nothing else, that hey, let's commend that man because the
Mike
type of
wants that one. Mike wants that one real bad. He said, "Send him that."
yeah, send us that because wow, I tell you what, for him to do that type of work, that's
I
amazing
know.
work and
I
big
know.
salute to him. I kid you not. If nothing else, me and TP standing on 11-1 when it wasn't cool. Now you see why.
Kim came in there and said, "Yes, 100%, Coach. Tell that young man he's correct." Hey, man, look, that stat right there. I'm not gonna lie. When I read that, I was like, "Damn, he did his homework on that," because
Yeah,
that
yeah,
takes a lot of homework
yeah.
to go through each team that he went to find out what they lost, when they lost it. I mean, I like, dang. I said, so my mind got to start thinking like this from now on. Whenever we start thinking about stats, I'm gonna start letting stats be a main focal point in this podcast. Is that because, like TP says, I don't give a damn what nobody else thinks. We're gonna start standing on facts and stats and things like that
Facts.
going forward. So
Yeah.
I just want you to read that. Hi, Mike. Glad to see you. Was Kim said.
Hey,
LS, he
Kim.
said, go ahead, Mike.
Oh, I was just saying hi, Kim. Go ahead, Coach.
I don't, man, look, LSU lost some more guys on defense, uh, but that's, but that's, but that's Brian Kelly. He always makes a mistake on something, man. I just, he's one of those coaches that have all the talent in the world. You know who he reminds me of? That's Miles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Says the stupidest shit, but has all the talent in the world, but the talent doesn't play at the maximum level that it's supposed to. And I wish Dwayne was in here because he's a Louisiana guy. Look, JJ came from Louisiana. Louisiana got some dogs down there, man. Don't get me wrong. You can go in the backyard and find 4 or 5 star wide receivers all day, every day in Louisiana. But
Yeah.
I just think, man, that Oklahoma's gonna be special this year, man. I just feel it in my bones, man, because you look at how they played last year. That defense saved our asses plenty of times. Now the defense ain't got to do that no more. And if you get this defense 30 points, it's a wrap. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I just don't know.
And if I can prelude that and piggyback back off of that, that's why competitive depth is so important. And that what Nagy was really trying to say is that no matter what, we cannot miss out on anything, and we can't have money sitting on the sidelines. So yes, if we don't get that all the 5 stars, as long as we get a 3 star that is comparable to that 5 star, and we keep on with our competitive depth, that's what we want. We want to just make sure we never miss out on someone that can really add to our competitive depth. That's all he's trying to say.
Okay. TP?
Just I like that. I like to call it talent now. you know, just
Okay.
I just want talent. I want good talent, elite talent. That's what I want. And I don't care what the rating system calls that guy. So I'm good with Nagy with this. We got our own rating system. I'm good with him with that.
Okay.
Y'all know my issue is the money thing because eventually
Show
you're
me
gonna
the
have to pay
money.
somebody. You're gonna have
Joey
to pay
McGuire.
somebody eventually.
Show
So
me the money.
you can't duck that. So
Hey,
you
oh,
got to have talent. I don't care where you get it from. I really don't care. I just want the best talent. I just want the best talent possible. So
hey, Coach, I got a
Yes,
question for the
yes, sir.
panel since we're on this. On this,
Okay. Okay.
if you got the chance to get five 5 stars on each side of the ball, on in the trenches, I'm going to say offensive and defensive line, or you get five Trent Williams, what would you take? The 5 stars or the Trent Williams?
Trent Williams.
But how do we know? But how do we know? Look, Trent Williams was not the Trent Williams he was when he came to Oklahoma. So
But
are
look
we
what
ask? So
But
so
the
are we
evaluation,
asking? So the question is, Mike, are you asking us? Would we take an already
I'm just I'm
built
just
Trent
I'm
Williams
going
over a
off of
5 star?
I'm going off of how Trent Williams played at Oklahoma. I'm not I'm throwing out the pros. I'm talking during his tenure at Oklahoma.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know.
because if
Or or would you choose 5 stars or 5 Phil Loadholts?
Oh, Mike, man, you confusing me with this because all
Now,
this is all this is
Coach,
okay.
I guess what I'm trying to say
um,
is even though you got the 5 stars, if you got 5 3 stars that can play like the 5 stars, would you take those? And
yeah,
and
but
I'm using Trent Williams and Phil Lodo as comparisons.
the thing is, are you at the beginning of their career at OU or at the end?
I'm
You're
just talking about their whole time at OU, beginning to end.
not.
Because we've gotten 5 stars on the offensive line that crapped.
Yeah,
And but it's all depends on what is your observation of the talent that you need. I can sit here and say I would love to have a 5 star. Who wouldn't? 5 stars also bring other 5 stars and players to play with them. I've
Right.
never seen a 3-star bring someone with them because it ain't the same. A 5-star quarterback brings in so much other talent because they want to play with him. A 5-star defensive tackle does the same thing. I've never seen a 3-star bring in another 3-star, and the fans are like, "Oh my god, he brought in another 3-star." So it ain't the same. You
And
That's
I
just
true,
got
hope
Coach.
you just hope and pray that the 5-star that you get is a dog and that wants to get in there and grind and compete. Now, if you got a 5-star that don't want to compete, then I wouldn't want that 5-star because you still got to come in here and compete. If that makes sense.
I guess I didn't ask my question right, Coach. I apologize.
Oh no, no. Hey Mike, man, don't apologize, man. Look, sometimes, man, I asked the wrong question. Trust me. There's nothing to be sorry about. We're all learning this together. This new NIL deal, it changes everything because I'm all for kids getting paid. I am
hmm
all for it because these billionaires have made so much money off these kids' back. I want them to get every damn dime they deserve.
Yeah.
Every dime. And that if we could go back and try to advocate to pay the kids that didn't get it, I'm all for that too. But I don't want to pay a kid and then he don't work out and now I'm stuck with a bad debt.
Right.
That's all I'm worried about. But I'm for a kid getting paid. I want kids to get paid, man, because think about all the billions and billions and billions of dollars that the college football landscape has made off these kids, and then you still got kids that don't graduate, that go homeless, that have given you everything they got, and all they got to show for it is working somewhere 9 to 5 and don't have a degree and all that. You need to have things implemented. Let me use this for example, guys. I'm sorry, I'm just going all over the place. I got a
No,
kid that
you go ahead,
graduated
Coach.
last year. He graduated last year, and I love his dad. I love his dad. His dad put a clause in there that stated if his son does not get his degree, he does not, and if he decides to go anywhere, he does not owe the university anything. The university has to be held accountable to make sure their son graduates. If he does not graduate, so pretty much what it's saying is this: if he don't graduate, he don't owe the school anything. He can go and leave whenever he wants to. The school has to make sure he's on a trajectory to graduate on time when he's supposed to go. So be a good parent and start putting these clauses in for your kid. You can do it. If they want your kid that bad, put some damn clauses in there that help protect your child. TP, I see your head ramming. I know you got something to say.
I was just agreeing with you. I
Oh,
was
okay, okay,
everything you
okay.
said. That was wise by the father, and I see why you
Hey,
love him because he made a
Well,
wise choice for his family.
parents
yeah.
are scared. Look, when you come from poverty and someone is willing to offer you and give you money that you've never had before, you're kind of scared to rebuttal or counter with something because you scared they might take the offer away. But you have to be aware of how bad they want your son. They need your son more than your son needs them because if you're a 5-star and they don't want to pay you, you can go somewhere else and they will pay you. But I think a lot of people are scared to really stand on 10 toes down and say, you know what? This is what I'm worth. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. So that's all I got to say.
hey, Coach. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I got a trivia for you.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And now this is modern day. Don't worry, this ain't from during the Wilkinson and all that era.
Okay. Give it to me.
In 2008, the year that we went on that holy tear where we was outscoring everybody. You remember that year? That was the year
Yes.
we beat Texas Tech at the jump around game.
Yes.
DeMarco Murray was the running back, but who was Oklahoma's leading rusher that year?
And what year was that?
2008.
Alan Patrick.
Nope.
Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I kind of figured. It's only two. It's only
Yeah.
two of them. It's only
Yeah.
two. It's only
Yeah.
two.
That I've always loved, and that when I TP he commented on that video. It not only helps y'all, but it helps me rehash your memory because that's when I loved the Marco Murray. And that year I thought he was the best. But then when I did that video, I'm like, son of a gun, how did I miss out on that? Because I remember Chris Brown. You know, he when I go back to that Texas Tech game, he ate their freaking lunch for breakfast. So now, coach,
Okay.
in that same game, you had three wide receivers: Ryan Broyles, Manny Johnson, and Joaquin Iglesias. Do you
Okay.
know who the other? Do you know who the other important wide receiver was in that core?
And it's '08.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Stills.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
And it's
What's
not Jermaine Gresham because he is a tight end,
what's
wide
24's
receiver.
number? What's 24's number? Oh God, what's his number? Oh God, what is his number?
Sanders.
No, he was a big. He was the biggest the biggest wide receiver that we had, and I remember him running a long route across the field. God, what is his damn name? That's all it
If
could
it's
be.
who
Yeah,
I'm thinking of, huh?
that's all who it could be. Who is it?
Quentin Chaney.
No, that wasn't him. Damn, that's
That
my
that's who
damn.
I
84.
that's who I was talking about though. Sam
84.
Brad Sam Bradford had Ryan Broyles, Manny Johnson, Joaquin Iglesias, and Quentin Chaney, along with
Okay,
Jermaine Gresham.
you got me on that one. So, ATP, someone just sent me an email for you. It says, "Coach, please play this for TP." You ready? You ready? Oh, it's gonna crack you up, TP. This is funny. Now, this is what I love, guys. You guys are interacting with us. This is funny as hell. Check this out. That is so funny, man. Man said, "Coach, play this for TP." So there you go, TP. Someone loves you for showing them the money.
Okay, I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear
Maybe
it?
I got. No, I didn't hear it.
Y'all didn't hear
I
that?
couldn't hear.
I couldn't hear it, Coach.
Oh
I
my
couldn't
god.
hear it.
Oh, hold on. I'm so sorry, guys. Hold on. I gotta play it because it's gonna crack you up.
Goddamn right. Damn right. Damn right. Damn right.
Someone, someone
Damn
said,
right.
hey, someone seen that in a clip and said, "Coach, please,
Damn right.
before you go off the episode, play this for TP."
Damn right. Damn right.
Y'all are killing me in this chat, guys. Y'all are killing me in this chat. Oh my
Union
god, that's so
rules.
funny. That
Union
is,
rules. Show us the money. Union rules. Damn
but
right.
hold on, TP. That's never been done before, man. That is so funny. That was from Chris. Hey, coach, this is Chris Myers. Please play this for TP. Oh my god, that's so funny. Hey guys, y'all are making this night a funny night, man. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. Coach Ricks, thank you, Coach Ricks, for helping me cope with OU haters. This is one of my favorite OU support groups. Hey man, look, we're here to make you guys laugh and have a good time, man. Look, I'm just blessed to have some friends on here with me, man, that like to talk football, and that's all that we're gonna do is have fun. That's all we're
Fact.
gonna do. But anyway, I'm about to get up off here, man, because the
All
wife,
right, man.
she's hold on. You respect us cause usually it should be a 5-7 prediction. For who? Texas? For who, Benji? Is that us? Oh, okay. Never mind. Somebody called the medics. Venables going to shit beat ass this year. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here, guys. Anything else y'all want to talk about before I get off here, Ben?
No, Coach, I was going to ask if you was going to be busy around 5 o'clock your time tomorrow evening.
Yeah, man. We have a. I don't know if you guys know. I'm on the board of officials and everything here in Charlotte. So we have meetings every Monday at 6
Yeah.
p.m. So
Okay,
I'll be uptown, which I hate going uptown. Uh, but I'll be uptown, man, until about 8 o'clock.
okay.
So
I was
if I
going.
get a
I
chance
was,
to, I will. But I'll make sure I
okay.
send you that email to you and everything, so you can
Yes,
definitely put that
please,
on your
Coach,
show.
because
Yeah.
me,
Send that to me too.
I want
Coach.
Okay.
I want to address that to guys who didn't make it in the chat today, and with Big Mike. You know that was
Gotcha.
certainly an. But my closing thought is after that email was sent, I've got a new perspective on my 10-2,
Okay.
and I've really got a new perspective on Oklahoma this year. Because, like I stated earlier in the podcast, let's not forget that the players that was lost was senior leadership, and you cannot replace senior leadership in one season. It has to be done over time.
Okay.
That's my final closing.
All right. TP, your final closing, big dog.
Same as it ever was. You know what it is. We got great talent. We're going to be at minimum 11-1. I didn't want to say 12-0, but at minimum 11-1, we're going to be that. And just watch Brent Venables do his work on defense, and watch this new kid do his work on offense, and watch us win as a team. Thank you. Hey, Coach Ricks, thanks again, man, for having me on. I appreciate you. I really do. And Legend, it's always a pleasure. And Bishop, of course, salute.
Hey, man, always, man. Look, hey, whenever we get good dialogue and content on our show,
Yeah.
we bring it back. We run it back because I love getting guys on the platform, man, and on the panel because I want a panel that is consistent, that is always ready for someone to, send a comment in, and they can't wait to jump on it. And TP, that's what you bring to the show. You bring a show, you bring a part of the show and everything, man, that between that 80 and 90 era, you and Legend. Y'all bring that between the 70s and the 90s and everything. I'm more of a late bloomer, so I'm like the 80s till now. Bishop is in between the 80s and 90s. So we bring almost 40 years of great dialogue when it comes to Oklahoma and discussing what they've done, what they can do, and what they're going to do. All I add to it is this: let's be optimistic about what this team's going to do this year. Let's not be negative. If you are a fan of Oklahoma, be positive. If you are not a fan of Oklahoma, still be positive. Because one thing we do not want to do is for these young men to get hurt, for these young men to go out here and try to entertain us, and we don't give great content and we don't be open and honest about what we're talking about. Now, I don't like Texas, not one bit, but I do not wish nobody on Texas to get hurt just so Oklahoma can win. I want Texas to be full throttle. I want everybody we play to be fully rostered and ready. So when we whoop that ass, I don't want to hear so and so got beat because we didn't have this person or we didn't have that. I want it to be consistent across the board.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at on this. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Uh, Bishop.
Yeah, I just wanted to send a shout out to everybody that's been building with us, that's been pulling on the same destiny rope. We truthfully, without you guys, there's no us. And
Oh no, for
for
real.
you, for the truth of the matter is, uh, we're showing you how much we value you by bringing you on stage, and your voice count, and understand. Hey, we appreciate it, and the best is yet to come. Because, like I keep saying, all those receipts are gonna come due, and when they do, they need to keep that same energy because we're about to do some work. Boomer.
TP, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
What do you do on Thursdays nights between 6 and 8
It depends.
Eastern?
My schedule rotates. So this
Okay.
Thursday, I'll be at work,
Okay.
but like I think I was on with Legend the other day, and I was at work, so I can sneak in. But if it hits, I gotta put the phone down and take off.
Reason being is because I'm going to make an executive decision. I decided, and I'll get with Bishop in a minute. We're gonna add you to the show on Thursdays, to where
That'll
now
play.
you will be a permanent part of Coaches Talk on Thursday night. Invitation is there if you want it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I will take the invitation. Like I said, I got some Thursdays that I work,
Okay.
and I'll
I
be
take
in as long
Okay.
as it's quiet at work.
and
If
I
it's
take it.
it's not quiet at work, then I got to bounce and
All
you know.
right.
Okay. Well, this is what I'm going to
But I
do.
thank
I
you.
have I have the power to make you guys admins. So if I ever can't be there, y'all can control the show. And so that's what we're going to do from now on. I'm going to make you two admins. So whenever I can't make it, Coaches Talk and Thursday Conversation can still carry on between you two guys. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we do here on Coaches Talk. We make opportunities and we bring in guests and make them part of the show and everything, man. This is what it's all about: love, brotherhood, and just chopping it up amongst young men and creating great friendship.
And
So,
one more thing, Coach.
yes, sir.
Guys in the chat, don't forget tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. Uh, y'all type in, y'all hop in for Mike and Mike and the Bishop on Mondays. We're going to have an awesome show tomorrow. Don't forget us.
All righty. Yes. Jump in on there, man. Support your boy the same way you've been supporting me. I appreciate it. Hey, man, we're getting to that 500 mark. I believe we're at 360 now. And that's just 360 since last year. So it took me 1 year to get 360 subscribers. So I'm hoping by next year we'll have another 360 to where we'll be keeping this thing rolling and everything, man. Hopefully, man, we can do better, get better content, get more guests on here, and do some great things. But until then, I'm calling it a night. I gotta go in here, man. The grandbaby, she is here, so I gotta spend time with her. So
Yeah.
until then, you guys have a wonderful night, man. Thank you for jumping on the show, TP, Mike, as always. Uh, Always a blessing, man, have you on the show. Bishop, you know how I feel about you, big dog, man. Love you, man. And we'll be back here, man, Thursday night, 6 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Eastern. No, 7 p.m. Eastern. We got to make sure Bishop's at home. So 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Until then, man, you guys have a wonderful night. Boomer Sooner, Coach Rick's out, man. Y'all have a wonderful night, but y'all crazy.
Money, me making good, my money need a loan. I'm just getting money, I'm just getting money. Me making good, my money need a loan. I'm just getting money, I'm just getting money. Me making good, my money need a loan. I'm just getting money, I'm just